Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me in this new episode of Star Trek the Original Series. Can you be more bored, please? Thank you. Okay, so today's turn is for Season 2, Episode 4, Mirror Mirror. Again, as you already guys know, I see absolutely no spoilers. I try to get absolutely no information about the episodes, and I just watch them as they come. So today's company, as you can see, is Robin, who is up here. But if I move the camera just a little bit, you will see Flash there. For today's episode, I got a cheese pie, and I've got green tea with milk. If you like my content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram, and if you really want to support this channel, you can always become a patron. Once again, this was one of the most voted episodes. This actually got 12 votes in the second list. Now, this is kind of the thing that it's getting me a little bit like, I don't know what to expect, because I already watched Amok Time, which was basically the most voted episode, and that was episode 1. Then I got The Changeling, which didn't really get that many votes. It only got 4. Now I'm watching one of the highest voted episodes with 12. And I understand that I will be watching The Doomsday Machine, which was the second most voted episode. And this is going to be episode 6. So the first 3 episodes are very promising. And from there, I don't know how many will be that engaging. So I'll have to see. I know now that I'm a little bit experienced. I know how flat some episodes might get to be, and as far as some of you guys have told me, some of the best episodes are in this season, but also some of the worst, and I hope they are not any way worse than the alternative factor. Hopefully. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get this done. Okay, what is that? That's not even the ship. It's a purple sky. The dilithium crystals seem to be kind of like an important thing here. I think it was also in the alternative factor.
Would violate our history of total peace.
Oh, total peace.
We would die, Captain, as a race, if necessary.
Wow.
I admire your ethic. You do have the might to force the crystals from us, of course. But we won't. Consider that.
Talking about ethics, I guess. They are showing theirs.
Room energized.
That's a different shirt. I don't remember him using the cross type. Are they gone? What's happening? Okay, what happened there? What happened? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Okay, Spock with a goatee does look like a villain. First. Second, what's without outfit, Uhura? That's actually sexy. But everyone is wearing like, I don't know, it's like Middle Eastern kind of vibe I get there. A dagger.
Incredible that this society has chosen suicide. Mr. Kyle, but Mr. Spock, I tried. Agonizer. No, Mr. Spock.
Agonizer?
I tried. I really tried.
Is he gonna torture him? Oh my god, poor Kyle. Okay, so while I get the intro, so there was like this kind of like change happening, like the ships were going in different directions. They couldn't be beamed up, and suddenly they are beamed up, but like in an alternative enterprise is what I'm guessing, because everyone looks different. They are wearing like, I don't know, I would say like more aggressive clothes, because they have like daggers and they look like more military. So I don't know how to describe them. Like Uhura is wearing a really sexy costume. Like, it's the same but it's not the same. I don't know.
And the personnel aboard, Jane.
Oh, so and this dagger is crossing the earth. Even the way that people stand. Yeah, not the moment, not the place. Feels like kind of like a Nazi salute. Whatever.
It happened twice. First, we were in our own transport. When we finally materialized, we were here.
Oh, so this is because of the storm.
The transporter lock might have been affected by the ion storm.
Yeah. So an ion storm can change, take you into a multiverse? Wait, but if they are here, there's another captain.
Then our counterparts must have been transporting up at the exact same time.
Oh my god, and these people probably don't have the same ethics. They're probably gonna invade the other planet.
What about the Hopkins?
Can't let them be destroyed.
Exactly. Yeah, it will be kind of scary to go to the bridge knowing all the people that's there. Solo's wearing red. That doesn't look good. What a nasty scar.
Ordered to annihilate the Hopkins unless they comply.
Captain's orders. I'll have to check with Security Chief Zulu, sir. Never mind. I'll attend to it.
So captain orders have to go through security? Wow.
Was, no damage. Very good, thank you, Mr. Scott. Kirk out.
They refused the Empire.
Oh, it's not a federation anymore.
We'll die as a race to preserve what we are. Turn faces off.
They are willing to die to preserve who they are, but not to preserve peace. Because if they die, they're just gonna take the dilithium crystals and kill everybody. So, shouldn't they be doing something even extra to make sure that peace is kept? What did he do? Chekhov, what are you doing? Okay! Okay.
So you died, Captain. And we all move up in the rank. No one will question.
Please don't smile like that. I prefer when you smile like a cool guy. So they are his henchmen?
You're in line. You might even make captain. Yes, sir.
He's playing the game, and that's the most natural thing in the world to do, to betray others. What a horrible world. Like, bizarre world.
Mr. Zulu is security chief, like the ancient Gestapo.
Yeah.
Two of my assistants were betting on the tolerance of an injured man. How long it would take him to pass out from the pain. What on technology?
Is that an Inca or a Mayan figure behind him?
A momentary interdimensional contact with a parallel universe.
Why the hell do you need a computer for if Kirk can just think it all by himself?
Could conditions necessary to such an event be created artificially using the ship's power?
Oh.
I'm a doctor, not an engineer.
His phrase.
What kind of people are we in this universe?
The worst.
Captain James T. Kirk succeeded to command ISS Enterprise through assassination of Captain Christopher Pike. First action, suppression of Gorlat uprising through destruction of Rebel Hope planet.
I'll tell Uhura to create a diversion, distract Zulu's attention.
At your signal.
Oh no, I mean she can distract him very easily, but not the way we would want to.
What do you suppose our counterparts are doing back in our universe?
They're probably creating havoc. All of them are probably in sick bay.
Are you all executed?
I think not.
Of course, Spock knows they are not the same.
Whatever your game is, I'll play. You want credits, I'll give them to you.
He looks like a different person. What the hell's wrong with that guy's brows?
Target. The agony booth is the most effective means of discipline.
I don't know, I mean, you guys seem to be using that crap a lot and people seem to still be assholes.
I presume you've ordered full duration.
Does people survive it?
His act warrants death.
I said I haven't decided.
Oh, so they don't survive it.
You heard my orders. They are, of course, in contradiction to
But why does he have to bring these other two guys? I feel they're gonna just jump on him.
I do not wish to find myself opposing you.
Nobody does, honey. Oh, this guy's
Order,
his
sir.
guard.
Release checkup and final quarters.
I mean, in all honesty, I would have just left him there for a couple of hours so I wouldn't look that conspicuous. I love how this guy's peripheral vision is just bad. Okay.
Nothing compared to your day, I bet.
No chicken soup? I mean, she was there, right? I mean, I can't look suspicious.
I am committing a breach of regulations.
Okay, so
According
wait.
to-
Wait. So, I think it was Kirk's quarters that there was like an Inca or a Mayan figure, and now behind Spock we see a conquistador kind of figure. It looks like a Spanish conquistador. So what does this mean? I mean, is he the hunter and he's the prey? Or is it how formidable these two were? But I mean, will be more like the Aztecs that were the fighters, well, also the Mayans. I don't know. But I just needed to point out the figures. I think nowadays they do give a lot of attention to what kind of props you get in a certain scene, and everything has like an Easter egg and stuff. But in this case, I just wanted to point it out. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
I am ordered to kill you and to proceed against the Halkins as the new captain of the Enterprise.
How is this gonna work?
Shall I activate the Tantalus field?
Tantalus
You at
field?
least want...
Yes.
What is that? I'd like to know.
How many enemies have you simply wiped out of existence by the touch of a button?
What?
The great, powerful Captain Kirk, who owes everything to some unknown alien scientist and a plundered laboratory.
Well, if you don't take advantage of your...
I press him. And he dies.
Is that easy?
And it's increasing. We've got to move fast. How fast? Half hour at the most.
What?
Explain computer activity in the engineering section.
Oh, he had his suspicions.
Who is conducting the research?
Captain and Mr. Scott.
What is the nature of the research?
Program is classified under voice index slot.
So you have to go ask him directly, basically.
Extensive use of the computers to solve.
Oh, so these two are working together.
I do not want to command the Enterprise.
Yeah, I thought he was not gonna just settle for captain. I need that dress right now. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Maybe that's what happened to us,
Scotty, can you make that 20 minutes?
I got my rank.
What is it, by the way?
I've been a captain's woman and I like it. I'll be one again if I have to go through every officer in the fleet.
Goals.
Am I your woman?
You're the captain's woman. Until he says you're not.
Good answer. I like it. Love the dress, hate the earrings. Wait, is she gonna kill Spock? Is she gonna kill him? What a vindictive bitch. Oh, I love the fact that she's wearing the dagger on her boot. Oh man.
Of course, this isn't the time.
This is the perfect time, honey.
I'm afraid I changed my mind.
Yeah. I mean, everyone is carrying one. Will that really stop him? Does people don't teach them how to defend themselves against the dagger they hold?
Take over for me. All clear. On my way to sickbay.
I love a horror.
Please restrict your movements, Captain. But Dr. McCoy has a plenitude of human weaknesses. Sentimental, soft. You may not tell me what I want to know.
But he will.
He will.
Shit.
Doctor, it is time for answers.
Oh, okay. Finally, first you were just bitch slapping him, to be honest. Is that a skull? Did he just break an alien skull on his head? That's pretty cool.
Well, come on, help me get him on the table. He'll die without immediate
Yeah, you cannot let him die. I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't like her watching. And she's a woman in scorn, so... Oh no!
Spock has orders to kill you.
Until dawn!
Regretful, but it will leave me in command.
Cunning little piece of... Oh, she's taking them out! No regret on her face. Okay, that was just a little Deus Ex Machina for you guys. He fences, man. That was quick.
Can't let him die, Joe. Look, you get on the transporter, we'll make sure it's clear on the other.
Dude, how many times have they proven to you that he can survive pretty much everything? You burn his eyes out, he has an extra pair of lids. I love how they don't have to take the clothes off to, you know, do anything at all. Oh my god. Oh no.
Our minds are one.
I think that's the worst thing you can tell him.
I know what you know.
I mean, the way that he's saying the words at him does make one feel violated.
Take me with you. But there are only 3.
One is coming.
Yeah, nice.
One of us will have to stay.
I'll stay, Captain.
No.
Jim.
This is the first time I see him calling him Jim.
What about me?
What about you?
I cut the transporter power. Necessary to delay your beam out until I could arrive.
I think the logical thing will be to bring the other captain back.
You're a man of integrity in both universes, Mr. Spock.
You must return to your universe. I must have my captain back.
Yeah.
I submit. You are illogical.
One man cannot summon the future.
But one man can change the present. Find a logical reason.
Okay, if he wins a logical argument with Spock, is there anything else to top it off? You know, he already won over 2 computers, now this?
In every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
Alright. We're gonna get the other crazy 4. For a moment I thought that the captain that was sent to our normal timeline was gonna be like evil and try to attack the Halkans.
Far easier for you as civilized men to behave like barbarians than it was for them as barbarians to behave like civilized men.
Right.
I assume, Jim, I think I like him with a beard. That gave him character. Of course, almost any change would be a distinct improvement. What worries me is
I have to say, he looked much better with that jacket on.
That I had an opportunity to observe your counterparts here quite closely. Uncivilized, treacherous, in every way, splendid examples of Homo sapiens, found quite refreshing.
I'm not sure about that we've been inside.
Yeah, like you're boring? Oh, that's her.
I was just a sign last week.
Ah, look at that.
Nice, likable girl. I
Uh-huh.
think we could become friends.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least we know what the next target is. And look at him! Look at him! He's actually going after her! Okay, so, this was quite an entertaining episode, I have to say. At no moment did I feel that this was going flat. I didn't feel this was getting boring, like a lot of exposition or anything. Even the quiet scenes where Kirk and Marlena were talking, I didn't feel it like heavy like in other occasions. Here we see a very scary kind of adversary in both Spock and Sulu. Sulu seems to be like an unhinged, you know, cunning, terrible person. And on the other hand, even though Spock is trying to follow some sort of logic, he's still a kind of person that wants to have power and he defends the having power over everything else. I didn't expect someone like this kind of Spock that is kind of easy to read because the episode was very well written. It's kind of easy to understand that a person like him, individual, would not be content with just being a captain of a ship. I mean, if Kirk could ascend to admiral or something, even like commander or commodore, then of course I think Spock would actually aim for something higher. The one thing that we've been presented when talking about parallel universes is that the circumstances on which you are in a different universe is that you are not in the same position, and we've seen this in many different occasions. I think the newest would be Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Where none of the the characters, because of their specific characteristics, do pretty much be as famous as they were. For example, Professor X in a different universe, he will still be Professor X, or you know, Doctor Strange would be dead in some universe and in other universe would be alive. You know, we also kind of saw this. It's not pretty much the same, but in It's a Wonderful Life, where the angel shows the protagonist what the world would be if he hadn't been born, and then we see that his brother would be dead, that the guy from the drugstore would have actually been convicted for killing accidentally a person, and so on and so on. So the people that we know from one universe to the other are very far away, because we understand that this is a domino effect. So if you change the flow here, oh, it's more like a butterfly effect. So this moves here, and now the consequences are very large the more time it passes. Here, the thing was not pretty much this way. In this case, what happens is that they are all in the same positions. Even though this kind of a bizarre world, everyone is plotting against each other. It's kind of weird that we are actually in the point where Kirk is already captain. So at this point, and knowing how Kirk is, and knowing how everybody else, Chekhov and Sulu and Spock and everybody else, are cunning and always plotting against each other, at this point you would expect he would have already been dead, or he probably would have already made his way up to Commodore. I mean, it's kind of odd to find every single person in the same place except for Marlena. Or wait, Marlena was like a yeoman here, well, in the normal world, but now she's the captain's woman. I think this is the only thing. Oh, well, and Sulu, even though he's in the same chair, he's like the security chief, but still everyone is pretty much in the same place. Like Uhura is using the same post. Even McCoy finds this stain on one of the desks that he remembers have made in his original world. So this kind of things, I don't know how to interpret them. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are gonna give me an explanation of how does this kind of parallel universe actually works. I was actually concerned that the other captain, you know, the bad one or the bizarre captain, was actually going to be commanding the ship as soon as he arrived, and then he was going to command to attack the Halkins. I thought this was going to become a problem, and I was actually a little bit worried about that, but here apparently they solved it very quickly by just throwing all of them into this cell, and that pretty much solves everything. So the Halkins were secure in the normal world for the entire episode. I think this was my second episode from the first season, I think is the Man Trap, where I said that even though we have the original cast, I could feel that the chemistry wasn't there. And as I start progressing on the first season, I said how much now they felt more like a team working. In this episode, this is going into a sublime level. You only got these 4 people, so it's Kirk, McCoy, Scotty, and Uhura. For some reason, they take other very likable characters like Chekhov Spock or Sulu into this opposite range. So we got these four elements that we already love, that we already get to know them, that we know them in their best and in their worst, I would say. And now them working as a team against everybody else in the ship. It was amazing. It was amazing to see this chemistry. It was amazing to see this, you know, camaraderie between all of them. And at the same time, it was kind of exciting to see Chekhov and Sulu and Spock being the villains in this episode, seeing how their, you know, acting range can be so wide, and it's amazing. George Takei, like I said from the very beginning, I follow him on Twitter because I really like him, and I think he was one of those great talents that unfortunately the times didn't let him grow as the great actor that he is. And at the same time, Leonard Nimoy, I think I've seen many different facades from Spock, but this kind of, you know, unhinged, keen to torture kind of Spock, it's not my cup of tea to begin with, but at the same time, it's not something, I don't know. You do understand that a person like Spock could be that brutal and that severe, because he has orders that he has to carry out, and that's why he's so brutal with his staff. I think I would have loved to see a little more about the opposite Kirk, Uhura, Scotty, and McCoy. I would have loved to see the evil side of them, how they would have interacted with the other, with the crew. We just saw them going crazy, and especially Kirk. The only one that we actually got to see. Gotcha! The only one that we actually got to see was Kirk, and he gave a great performance, like this really, like, you know, this evil smile and asking this kind of questions like, what can I do to buy you? Like, so blunt and so direct to ask something as low and deplorable as that. I'm already used to see the ship flying in space, and then we see this close-up inside the ship, and suddenly we are in this kind of a purple sky planet that somehow looks like Earth with just the hue messed up. It was a different kind of beginning, and these people that, you know, have a total record of peace in their history, that's very admirable, and it's kind of like something that we all wish, I guess. And I think the way that Kirk was behaving, like, listen, I am going to respect your ethics. I don't wish to take anything by force. This has to be completely consensual and all of that. It shows how humanity has grown, has evolved in these 300 years. It's a completely different kind of personality that we have today, like we like to conquer. And I think this is the message that we see behind Spock, that this is a Spanish conquistador, and this is something like we always know, that they came to America and they kind of, like, you know, brought the seas and they just exploited everyone, turning the people that used to live here into slaves and stuff. So we've seen a lot of references about that, and the most recent one will be Hibaro from Love, Death and Robots. So this theme is already repeating itself. We have two Kirks, and always the other Kirk is the bad Kirk. Okay, we already got this from The Enemy Within. We already got this from What Are Little Girls Made Of, and we already got this again in this episode. And in all of them, there's always the good, the brave, you know, the merciful against the evil, the brutal, the unhinged kind of Kirk. I have always loved the idea of parallel universes. I remember this really crappy movie with Jet Li. I watched it because Jason Statham was in it, but I kind of like the idea that you would have to travel to all different, you know, parallel universes and start killing your other self in order to acquire his power. We also saw this in Rick and Morty and all of the different Earths, and we know about specific ones, like the ones that we follow are from Earth C-137, I think, and we got the evil Morty that's always hiding his wires under his eye, and And we love this. We love this because we love the confusion. We love our brains being confused with which one is which. And even though this episode doesn't really give us that, it does make our imagination travel a lot and see and think, you know, what would it be if they didn't get a chance to stop Kirk? What would it be if they didn't get to escape in time? What would it be if Marlena actually traveled with them to their Earth? I mean, our Marlena will have a doppelganger, no question, but this is basically the core of Dark, such a great German TV series. We got this from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which, by the way, I enjoyed greatly. I think there was a TV series called Sliders, and I saw a couple of episodes and I thought they were pretty cool. Well, I have to say, I saw a lot of new elements in this episode, like in this case, Uhura's outfit that was so, like I already said, was really sexy. But all of the other outfits from this bizarre world looked very different, even though I still kind of find it funny that they are respecting the same colors, even though this is not a federation but an empire. And one of the things that I thought was pretty cool was Spock's jacket. He looks a lot better with this kind of clothing rather than this crop top that I've always criticized. And I think one of the things that are the most hurtful but most realistic things that I saw in this episode is what Spock said at the end. It's a lot easier to understand when someone is being irrational in a civilized world rather than being civilized in an unruly world. This is so true, and we would have to admit that we're still not there, okay? We are not in their version of civilized world. We are more like this bizarre world. We still have, you know, unhinged military leaders attacking, like, you know, I don't want to say names, but still. And I think this is criticizing not only who we are, but also who we have been so far. And again, I have to say, I was quite impressed seeing Scotty Cole, Captain Kirk, Jim. It's showing how, even though they are working with each other, they also see themselves as friends. And even though they don't say it out loud, because there's still this chain of command that you have to respect in the important moments, this actually comes out as, you know, in your flesh. And it speaks so deeply about the characters and the interactions between them. Anyway, I really enjoyed this episode. I really thank everybody who voted for this specific episode. If you want to know what episodes I will be reacting to, remember that you can check the list for season 2. And remember that if you want to watch all the reaction videos for season 2 and 1, you can go to my Patreon and subscribe. Anyway, thank you for joining me in this episode. I'll see you in the next one. God bless and bye-bye.